progress at a near standstill, and how to speed it up. When someone creates a new tool, method, medicine, or piece of code, they face two basic choices. Option 1. Enclose it. Get exclusive rights. Extend protection as far as possible. Build a wall of patents or copyrights. Control who can access it, and for how much. Under today's rules, this isn't greed, it's smart strategy. Because exclusivity pays more than improvement, and control pays more than collaboration. Option 2. Share it. Let others build on it. Let it evolve faster. Let innovation stack and compound. But here's the problem. The system punishes early openness. If you share too soon, you lose economic leverage. So the rational move becomes obvious. Protect the idea. Slow the pace. Extract what you can. Not because people want stagnation, but because the incentives quietly reward it. And that leads to the next problem. Planned obsolescence, which makes perfect sense under the wrong rules. If you reward more for controlling an idea than advancing it, you start squeezing value out of the enclosure itself, instead of pushing the frontier forward. That's how we end up with products designed to fail, software locked behind subscriptions, devices that can't be repaired, parts that no one is allowed to make. Innovation slowed down because the rights around them are more profitable than the improvements to them. This isn't conspiracy, it's basic economics. If progress threatens your revenue, you slow progress. If openness threatens exclusivity, you block openness. This is the same logic as land speculation. It pays more to hold than to build. So naturally, progress drags. Not everywhere, not in every field. But the sectors where enclosure is strongest, stagnation is the predictable outcome. Now there is a part we all forget. None of our ideas exist in a vacuum. No invention today is truly original. Every discovery sits on top of centuries of science, generations of engineers, languages built by unknown ancestors, tools invented before we were born, trial and error done by people we never knew. We didn't create the foundation we are using, we inherited it. The same way we inherit the earth. And when you inherit something you didn't build, it's strange to pretend you created the entire value yourself. That's the missing piece of the conversation. Knowledge behaves like public inheritance, not a private fortune. And when we treat inheritance like territory you can fence off forever, we shrink the space for future discoveries. Well, I've got a better rulebook. Free the knowledge and reward the innovator. This isn't about stripping people of the value that they create. It's about aligning rewards with progress rather than control. A system that treats knowledge like a public inheritance does not remove incentive, it redirects them. In this system, exclusive rights stay, but they expire sooner. Fast-moving fields shouldn't be locked up for decades. Slow fields may need longer protection. Different sectors, different timelines, guided by the same principle. Reward creation, not ownership. This is where openness becomes profitable. When ideas return to the commons faster, everyone builds faster, including the original inventor. Planned obsolescence becomes pointless. If the underlying knowledge is open, you can't trap consumers in an artificial decay cycle. And innovation accelerates through combination. The biggest breakthroughs come from mixing ideas. Enclosed knowledge isolates ideas. Shared knowledge compounds them. This is where progress becomes the revenue engine. not maintenance of monopoly, not delaying tactics, not slow walking improvements to stretch return. Innovation actually wants to sprint. We've just built a track full of barricades. Remove the barricades and the sprint begins. So we don't have a creativity problem, we have an incentive problem. People aren't holding back the future out of malice. They're responding to a system that rewards stagnation and punishes acceleration. We've locked the raw material of innovation behind gates, and then wondered why innovation started gasping for air. But we can fix this without utopia, without fantasy. Treat knowledge like the inheritance it truly is. Not a walled garden, not a frozen asset, but a shared foundation for everyone to build on. With the right incentives, progress stops crawling, ideas stop suffocating, collaboration becomes the default, and innovation becomes explosive again. Not because people suddenly act different, but because the system finally stops punishing progress. It's long past time to unlock the future we already inherited.